Cursor knows his stuff. All his models are really tough. Building mountains from paper mache. Gonna glue stuff together all day. Crafts with Cursor. Crafts with Cursor. Crafts with Cursor. Cursor's the best crafter in the world.
Hey guys, welcome back to my dungeon. So, alright, we're back this week, and at the end of the last episode, I showed you a little sneak peek, a little back and forth with this big diorama back here, the main beginning out one, the one that I started the whole giant diorama theme with. I had this extra piece of foam, and I was just looking at it. And then I looked back in the corner of my diorama and I was like, oh, that's just going to fit. So I stuck it back in there, and this episode we're going to go through and add a little bit extra to it. Add in some paper mache with the plaster, and once we get that in, we might start detailing a little bit out on it. I've been going in on the other part of my diorama and testing out some techniques that I want to trying to get the right technique for the terrain that I'm building. We'll see how that works out a little bit later on. But as for right now, let's get to it. Starting off here, we're going to do a little bit of cleaning up, move the models out of the way on the diorama here. Just pose them a little bit before I stick them over on the pond. Alright, cut out a few more little pieces to angle it out and make it look more like a mountain. And then we're going to hit it with the plaster soaked paper towels. Make these nice smooth shapes that we can dry brush and get all the nice little shadow recessed areas to make it look a little more realistic. Plus, it's just fun to get a little bit nasty with all this. Alright, while that dries, we're going to go over here to the other part of the diorama, and I was just testing a few things, trying to figure out how I wanted to use some grout and different other things on this, and it ended up looking like that. So then I went and grabbed my flocking and went to it at it. Here's a nice view of how everything looks dry brushed, and then go over to what we've done this to, and then we'll flock it. Let's get some glue and this blended turf, earth blend. Shake it on there a little bit, and now we take my special blended moss and add a little bit more of it around through there, and set it with some spray glue. Alright, now we're just going to put a towel over the end of our vacuum and suck up the excess stuff. Get the biggest part of it in the towel, and then after it slows down on its sucking, we'll just take the towel off the end and get the very minute remaining bits. We've saved the best part of it doing that. Okay, now we've got a black and brown paint mixture mixed with water and matte Mod Podge, and we're going to just spray it all over this to get a good deep base color. It's blending in pretty good with what I'd already just thrown up on the walls as a temporary background. Now that that's dried up a little bit, we're going to add in some lower, deeper, darker tones and make some more shadows in this to get it nice and 3D affected, I guess. I guess this is how you're supposed to do it. I'm learning as I go, and it looked pretty good when I finished, so I guess you can do it this way. Now we're just going to fill in back here in a few spots where I'd missed earlier and darken up the paint coats. Okay, next we're going to go in with our dry brush. I've mixed up a little bit of darker gray, and then I'm going to slowly mix in more white as I keep dry brushing lighter and lighter layers. That way we get the nice 3D effect and all of that out here. Then we're going to lay down some glue and start flocking, and that's what really makes everything pop. Hey, all right, guys, that was an awful lot of fun. We got this big mountain back here set up and going. Got it nice and detailed out a little bit. We'll go back in later and add some more foliage, like some more trees or something. Off camera, after I finished showing y'all that one, I went ahead and went down through here a little bit and filled some of this in. But other than that, that's about as far as we got this time. It's looking pretty good. Can't wait to see what happens next with it. Join us next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell them to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Curzor knows his stuff.